This is gonna blow your mind. News, ghosts, travel, and pop culture all in one show. Ready to dive in? Let's go. From breaking headlines and eerie encounters to epic European adventures and the latest pop culture craziness, nothing's off limits. Robert, Crew, and Julie bring shock, laughs, and those wait, seriously? Moments every episode. Hit subscribe, join the fun, and ride the chaos with us. This is the Robert and Crew Show, Season 7 Unleashed.
You know what keeps me going out here? A cold Dr. Pepper and a great podcast like the Robert and Crew Show.
Welcome back to the Robert and Crew Show. As always, I'm your podcast host, Robert.
And I'm your podcast co-host, Skinwalker, researcher Crew.
And I'm your co-host, Julie.
And tonight, if you can't tell by Crew's name, we're talking about Skinwalker Ranch.
Hell yeah.
You should have put Rancher.
No. Researcher, because guess what? I'm a researcher when it comes to the Skinwalkers, because I love
researcher is spelled differently than Reacher.
Reacher. Whatever, Reacher. Okay, I'm a Reacher. I reach for the Skinwalkers because I want to, communicate with them.
I think you misspelled researcher.
It's whatever. I'm a Reacher. I reach for the Skinwalkers because I want to study them. I want to learn from them. I want to know what they're all about.
So tonight, with Skinwalker Reacher Crew, we will be going over Skinwalker Ranch.
Hey, here, I'll fix that. I'll fix that. Fuck it. There we go.
He got all in his feelings, and now he's got to change it.
And of course, I still misspelled it. Mother.
Researcher. Researcher.
Researcher.
Researcher. Researcher Crew.
You know what? Hold on. I'll put Skinwalker Crew. How about that?
Yeah, Skinwalker Crew. Can't spell researcher, so he's just got to go with Skinwalker.
Yeah, I'm still a researcher when it comes to Skinwalkers. Because here's the thing. Skinwalker is a cryptid. Now,
just a second. Just one freaking second there, homie. Will you please give my best friend Crew a spelling lesson on how to spell the word researcher?
I already know how to spell researcher. I'm having a typo issue today.
Researcher together. It's RESEARCHER.
I know.
Re, like in return. Search, like looking for something. And ER, like someone who does it. Say it with me. RESEAR.
EAR.
I know. Okay, I'm having a typo issue today.
Just add CHER at the end.
CHER.
I'm just gonna leave it to Skinwalker Crew.
Add ER. So all together, it's RESEARCHER. Researcher. Try saying the whole thing now.
Grok. Shush. Okay, anyways. I'm Skinwalker Crew. Now that we get that out of the way. Don't miss Grok. Anyways. I had a typo issue, my bad. I have my moments. I've been working a stretch at work. I'm tired. I only got one day off this week. It's been a week for me anyways. We're having a good night tonight. It's about Skinwalker Ranch. I want to know what everybody knows about Skinwalker Ranch. Besides anything about Skinwalkers, what else do we know about Skinwalker Ranch?
UFOs, aliens, mangy coyotes, Skinwalker Ranch.
Native Americans.
Native American burial grounds.
Yeah.
That's what it is, Julie. It's not just Native Americans. It's Native American.
Well, yeah, the burial ground, yeah.
The Navajo, especially.
Yeah, it's the Navajo. I've heard about that because I watched some of the paranormal files where they did a thing on the Skinwalker Ranch.
Julie,
It was kind of boring.
I have a question for you, Julie. Do you watch anything other than Paranormal Files?
No,
Yeah, just the other day. Well, actually, yeah, yesterday. I watched Sam and Cody and the Haunted Nights crew people, and they invited 20 people to come and explore a haunted town. And that was pretty interesting yesterday.
Okay.
it's Sam and
So,
Colby.
yeah, it was Sam and Cody, and then the Haunted Nights people
Colby.
and Kobe. And they brought 20 people to come with them to a haunted town.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, you
It
don't
was.
mispronounce my boyfriend's name, Julie. It's Colby. Don't mispronounce
For Kobe all day.
it.
Oh yeah. Hey, bro. Inside joke. Have you told your mom yet?
No, I think you were supposed to tell yours.
Yeah,
Have you told her
think
yet?
You freaking fruitcake.
That's what you are, man.
I was getting
The
ready to
fruitiest of
say
fruitcake.
fruitcake.
Merry
That's
Christmas
all.
for everybody that is here watching the Robert and Crew show at some point. I'm going to give you a P.O. box, and we're all going to send Crew fruitcake, okay? It's
No.
going to be from everybody and the entire podcast crew and anybody that watches this.
No.
Send Crew a fruitcake. I will give you a P.O. box
I'm not going to eat
around
fruit
Christmas so
in it.
that we can all receive fruitcakes and we can give them to Crew.
I'm not going to eat it because it has strawberries in it.
Nope. Make sure those fruitcakes are especially made to not have strawberries in them, okay?
So I'm not going to eat them. I don't like fruitcake.
It's all right. It's the symbolism behind
Send me a
the
cake,
fruitcake.
especially. Send me a German chocolate cake. But anyways, we're not talking about cake.
Send them a German chocolate cake with the pride flag on it.
No. You're not going to let me live it down about the whole fact that I'm not the only one that was shocked to find out that Dumbledore.
Oh, here we go about Dumbledore being gay again. Here we go. Crew's still obsessed with the whole fact that Dumbledore was gay. We get it, Crew. You're in love with Dumbledore. It's
No, I'm
okay.
not.
It's
No.
okay.
No,
Crew,
favorite
it's okay.
in the Harry Potter world, it would be Hermione Granger. Thank you. Now,
Oh.
okay. Or Luna Lovegood. She was awesome. Now, moving on. We're talking about Skinwalker Ranch, Baldy. Now, yeah, I went there. What else can y'all tell me about Skinwalker Ranch?
I can tell you that your mom still doesn't know, and that's not all
Yeah.
right.
On the topic of Skinwalker Ranch. Moving on.
Okay, well, with Skinwalker Ranch,
It can still be a freaky place. And I don't know if I'd want to be there for very long.
no, there's supposedly like Wendigos and shit. Like, I've heard all kinds of different things about Skinwalker Ranch, like specifics like being like chupacabra like things, Bigfoot noises heard, aliens seen, and literal UFOs spotted, and weird like dire wolf things. Like, people have the weirdest stories, but we don't know who's completely credible with these stories. We don't know who's making shit up. That's the problem.
Okay. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into the deep dive information I have.
He said it. We're deep diving tonight. I got to change the title. to
No,
Deep Dive.
no,
Deep dive into Skinwalker Ranch.
no.
You're gonna get
We
dived
agreed.
into a swimming
We
pool.
agreed. We agreed. We can say deep dive, but it can't be in the.
Title.
It cannot be, and I quote, the title of the episode. We did agree on that. Now, if you change the name, I swear, motherfucker, he's being a dick right now. Oh, change it back. Change it back. No, no, no. Okay, look. Okay, look. No. You did that on purpose, you
Oh my
motherfucker. Okay,
goodness, this is gonna be a night.
it is. Okay, until Rob, I'm gonna wait until Rob changes it back. I'm gonna start playing the Jeopardy music.
Is that hurting your feelings? Is deep diving too much tonight for you?
I'm waiting.
I don't see nothing but Skinwalker Ranch on there.
I see deep dive in there.
I don't see it.
Do you have it sideways or do you have it like this?
You know how I turn mine.
I see deep dive
Yeah,
in
like that. I don't.
there. Dee, oh my god! Now you're trolling. Now you're trolling. Now you're trolling. Okay, okay, guys, we're having technical difficulties with Robert's little computer here. Cause there, thank you. Okay, all right. Now we can get back. Now I can get back to the information. All right. Now,
He's gone. He fucking fell off the face of the earth. We deep dived too much. The Skinwalkers took him out.
The Skinwalker.
The Skinwalkers got Crew, guys. I'm so sorry. Crew's gone. The Skinwalkers got him.
I was trying to click on the freaking thing so I could read, and literally refresh the freaking page. I'm having a night. Okay, give me a moment. I'm getting ready to pull up the information. I got it right here. All right. It's a lot of information, so it's an informational episode tonight, guys. Before we watch the videos, you're going to enjoy. Now, can anybody tell me where Skinwalker Ranch is located?
Arizona, right?
No.
Where's it located?
Nevada.
Nevada?
No.
Where?
Montana.
No. All right. I'll go ahead and
Gotta
say
be somewhere up in there.
Uinta Basin of Utah.
Oh, in Utah. We should have known that, Julie.
Yeah.
Fucking Mormon country.
Is a 512-acre property with a long history of paranormal claims, scientific investigations, and cultural significance. Below is a comprehensive overview based on available knowledge, including anything from social media and X. Post as requested. All right, here we go. Historical and cultural background. Location and name. Skinwalker Ranch, also known as Sherman Ranch, is situated near Ballard, Utah. The term Skinwalker derives from Navajo or Dine folklore, referring to a Ye Naldalushi, a malevolent shape-shifting witch capable of transforming into animals or mimicking human voices to lure victims. The ranch's name ties to these Navajo legends, though the property itself is not on Navajo land. So we know for a fact it's not on Navajo land.
So it's not on Navajo burial grounds?
Exactly.
Then what are the burial grounds affected?
Yeah, because I
We're
thought
still
they
wild
talked
and cold.
about the Navajos.
I'm going to get to that. Hold on. All right. So, after all that, immediate context. The Uinta Basin is home to the Ute Indian tribe, and the ranch lies within their historical territory. Navajo Skinwalker stories are culturally sensitive, and the terms used in connection to the ranch have been controversial, as it risks trivializing sacred beliefs. Local Native American communities have expressed discomfort with the commercialization of the term. Earlier history. The ranch was originally homesteaded in the late 19th century. It passed through various owners, including the Myers and Sherman families, before gaining notoriety in the 1990s for paranormal activity.
Notoriety.
Yeah, that. So we know that for a fact. That information is for a fact. Okay. Now, paranormal claims. Skinwalker Ranch is often described as a hotspot for unexplained phenomena, with reports dating back decades. These claims include UFO sightings. Witnesses included the Sherman family, who owned the ranch in the 1990s, reported seeing unidentified aerial objects ranging from glowing orbs to structured craft. Some accounts describe beams of light or objects vanishing suddenly. Now, the cryptid encounters. Alleged sightings of large wolf-like creatures, shadowy figures, and other anomalous entities, sorry, I read that wrong. The Shermans claim these creatures were impervious to bullets and exhibited unnatural behavior. Poltergeist activity. Objects moving inexplicably, doors slamming, and disembodied voices or screams. The Shermans reported cattle mutilations, with animals found dead under mysterious circumstances, often with precise incisions and missing organs. Electromagnetic anomalies. Malfunctioning electronics, drained batteries, and unusual magnetic readings have been noted, particularly during investigations. Time and space distortions. Some accounts describe distortion, missing time, or strange spatial anomalies, such as objects appearing in different locations. These phenomena earned the ranch nicknames like the strangest place on Earth and drew comparisons to other alleged paranormal hotspots like Area 51.
Now, thinking of the owners of the ranch, I don't know who they are now, but like I said, I watched a little bit of the Paranormal Files where they went on there to do an investigation, and the lady that is the caretaker, I think it was done last year or year before, but the caretaker wouldn't even step on the property. She dropped them off at a certain location and said, "It's up to you guys now." She went back.
I can tell you right now that at least 4 or 5 of those people that were in certain docuseries about the ranch, some of the people that worked at the ranch were liars. And they didn't witness anything that they claimed to witness. They made up stories because there were already stories going around and they wanted to be a part of something.
Okay, so they just made up more stories.
They made up more shit to go along with it. Now, are there credible stories about Skinwalker Ranch? Because in my personal opinion, I think there's some fraud going on here. I don't know about the UFO stuff. If they're seeing UFOs for any reason, and that's been going on for decades at that property for whatever reason, there may be some kind of significance of that part of the world or distinctively that plot of acreage that they own. And if that's the case, then of course strange, weird things are going to happen in the night hours. whether
Yeah.
that be alien activity or cryptid activity or even like, it's nicknamed Skinwalker because not because of literal skinwalkers, but because of what Native Americans called skinwalkers were shapeshifters. Okay, like that's what they call. Well, supposedly somebody saw a shape-shifting gray, so they tagged the name Skinwalker instead of Alien Ranch because that makes no sense.
Yeah.
But Skinwalker Ranch originally got famous for, and correct me if I'm wrong, crew, but it originally got famous for demonic UFO sightings. Like that was literally what they called it. They thought they were
Right.
demons. They didn't
Hmm.
think they were alien. And now in 2024 to 2025, we've been told that it's aliens and not anything else.
Well,
Well, you
What's your
never
personal
know.
view on all of this, crew?
honestly, it's
Do you
hard
think
to
it's
say.
fraudulent, or do you think it's real?
I'm up in the air with it, because Skinwalker Ranch has always been one of my favorite topics to research.
Do you believe it's a portal? There's a lot of people that believe it's a portal.
I mean, it could be, but it's all alleged. We don't know for sure or not. Everything
Right.
everything that
Me
people have
and
said
you've never
over the
been to
years.
Skinwalker Ranch. The reason I say this is when I watch things about Skinwalker Ranch or I like try to like imagine what it would be like there, it doesn't give me the creepy vibe.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, no.
It gives me the I kind of want to learn what happened here and if there's a curse on this land.
Yeah.
Because what I believe is the Indians probably cursed the land at some point. We took the land from them, and in retaliation, they cursed the land.
And you're
And
not even supposed to dig on the land either.
no,
Yeah.
you're not
I
supposed
could.
to do anything.
I kind of believe that because the Indians, Native Americans, whatever you want to
They probably
call
cursed
them,
the land.
it's their land. They were kicked off of it, so they could have very well put a curse on it.
Why wouldn't you? You want to hurt the enemy who hurt you.
Right.
Yeah.
And regardless of what people believe, I believe Indian magic is just energy magic. Okay, the Indians knew how to access soul energy. And if you have a good energy source and you're grounded, specifically like grounded to the earth and the earth's vibration, which by the way, almost none of us are anymore because what? We all wear shoes. Remember they
Yeah.
told you back in the day, we wear shoes because you can get hurt so easily outside and you don't want to step on glass or a sharp rock and then end up in the hospital. That's why we wear shoes. Basically, that's what they told everybody.
Well,
Well,
guess what?
the truth behind it is if you don't wear shoes, you develop these things on the bottom of your feet called calluses. And sometimes people's feet can get so calloused if they don't wear shoes when they walk outside that they can step on glass and glass won't even break through their foot. So there's something weird about why they want us to wear shoes now. I'm sure that shoes like help us and they are practical. And it also might be a somebody's freaking out about like health or germ issues because it would be a little weird with everybody walking without their shoes on all the time. But in Japan, it's normalized to go to a park and take your shoes off and walk around. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
Here in the United States, you'd never see that unless somebody was in flip flops. If somebody's in
Yeah.
flip flops, they might take their flip flops off and walk around in the park, but
So
it doesn't happen here.
in Asian culture, they require you to take your shoes off when you go inside.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have
And
not seen that guy lately. The last couple of days that's moved to China. I don't know
I
what's
don't know.
happened to him, but all of a sudden I'm not seeing him.
I don't know. But yeah, I don't. I believe it's like a cult. It's a cultural respect thing.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, but
But the reason is, though, man, is the Indians. The point I'm trying to make here is the Indians were grounded.
right.
They didn't wear traditional shoes like we did. Okay. Like most of them went barefoot. And when they did wear shoes, they wore these shoes that were called moccasins. And they
Yeah.
were basically a really thin layer of like cowhide or like bison leather. Very, very, very thin layer.
Mhm.
It's not thick at all. And it was
Yep.
distinctively just there to stop thorns and impending like rocks that could cause damage to your feet.
Yeah,
But in all reality, they fought and hunted mostly barefoot. Mostly barefoot, nothing on their feet. There's something to being grounded with earth and feeling its every vibration.
Yeah. And
You
with the no
connect with the
shoes,
mother.
that brought back a big memory about not wearing shoes. I was always known as the barefoot girl
Yeah.
when I was growing up. I even stepped on a bee and my foot swelled up so big I couldn't walk for a couple of days.
Jeez.
And then there was that we had a Jehovah's Witness church behind our house and it was full of big gravel. And I used to walk up there barefoot all the time. So my feet were just, I could do it. But nowadays, I got that fashionable foot thing going on. I
Yeah.
can't pronounce it, but I can't go barefooted no more like I used to.
Yeah, I feel
I
it.
guess probably stepping on all those rocks.
But anyway,
my heels. I'm gonna be brutally honest. My heels have developed that because I love walking barefoot. You can ask Rob. I love walking barefoot,
yeah.
I
and
believe it.
my whole both my feet have developed that, so they're hardened under. So if I walk on gravel or just anything, my feet don't hurt.
Yeah.
But Rob's right about that. But anyways, I got more information to go over real quick. I got
You didn't let me finish what I was trying to say.
Go ahead.
But I was trying to say was that being grounded to the earth and its vibrations, there's something with that. Like even the animals around the world, do they have shoes? Do animals wear shoes? What animal do you know wears shoes?
Um,
I'll wait.
well, here's the thing. The only animals I know that actually do wear kind of like shoes are horses.
Well, that's different. That's a
But
horse
yeah,
shoe.
right, that's different. But any other animal, no.
Good. Touche, though. Touche. Horses do wear shoes. Touche.
Yeah.
But no, those are a little bit different. Those are just so the horse doesn't break a leg or break a foot when going up like mountains or traveling through sand or gravel. Because natural horse hooves have cracks and crevices in them. If they hit uneven terrain, it can really do damage to a horse. That could kill a horse.
And rangers have to constantly
Change
sand down their hooves and clean up their hooves and get rid of the old shoes and put in new ones. But before that, they clip down and clean them out of any infections or whatever.
Yeah, they can get really, really, really sick if their feet screwed up. Horses.
Yeah, I've watched videos of them actually doing the whole process.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's kind of gnarly, especially when horses cry. I've seen video footage of a horse crying while these people are prying the horseshoes off the horse.
I've even seen them. I've even seen them do the same thing with cows.
Yeah, but the cows don't really give a shit.
Right.
Mhm.
Some cows do. Like sometimes you can see the pain on a cow's face, but I'm convinced that cows don't feel pain the same way humans do, or other animals in that instance, because they're very resilient creatures. And I'm talking about like any cow, including like bison and like buffalo. They just don't give a shit about anything. But
Speaking of that,
back to Skinwalker Ranch, crew. Um, we were talking about being grounded. So
yeah.
you said you had some more information about
Yeah.
it.
All right, we're going to go on the scientific side. So scientific investigations. NIDS. From 1996 to 2004. In 1996, billionaire Robert Bigelow purchased the ranch through his National Institute for Discovery Science, NIDS, a
And
private organization.
Robert
What?
Bigelow runs his own space program and builds planes, or did build planes for a while. Robert Bigelow owns a whole aerospace company, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah.
All right, so a private organization studying paranormal and UFO phenomena, NIDS, conducted extensive investigations deploying scientists, cameras, and sensors. Key findings included unexplained lights and objects in the sky, often uncaptured by equipment despite visual sightings, cattle mutilations with no clear explanation, lacking tracks or signs of predators, a strange electromagnetic readings and equipment failures, a reported encounter with a large humanoid figure that left no tracks. NIDS concluded that the phenomena were elusive and resistant to conventional scientific documentation, leading to speculation about interdimensional or non-human intelligence. Later studies. After NIDS dissolved, Bigelow sold the ranch in 2016 to Brandon Fugel, a Utah real estate developer, through Adamantium Holdings. Fugel established a research effort involving scientists like Dr. Travis Taylor, a physicist and aerospace engineer. This team has used advanced technology including ground penetrating radar, drones, and radiation detector to investigate anomalies. Notable findings include unexplained radiation spikes, particularly near a mesa on the property. Anomalous. What?
A mesa.
Yeah.
Like a mountain plateau, correct?
MESA.
Yeah. Like a mesa. Yeah.
Right. Okay, let's see here. Where was I at? Oh, yeah. Anomalous signals included UHF radio bursts detected during experiments, reports or physical effects on investigators such as nausea or burns, potentially linked to environmental factors. Now we're going to get into the media and pop culture. Skinwalker Ranch gained mainstream attention through various media, though you requested no social media or X content. Key coverage includes books, Hunts for the Skinwalker, 2005 by Colm Kelleher, a NID scientist, and George Knapp, a investigative journalist, is the primary source on the ranch's phenomena. In details, the Sherman family's experiences and NID's investigations, framing the events as potentially interdimensional television. The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch 2020 through the present, a History Channel series follows Fugel's team as they investigate the property. The show emphasizes scientific approaches, but has been criticized for sentimentalism. Earlier documentaries like these by Knapp explored the ranch's mysteries in the 1990s and 2000s. Films and other media. The ranch inspired fictional works, including the 2013 horror film Skinwalker Ranch, though these take creative liberties and are not factual accounts. Now we're going to get into skeptical perspectives. Sorry. Skeptics argue that Skinwalker Ranch's phenomena lacks veritable evidence and may stem from psychological factors, pareidolia,
Pareidolia.
yeah, susceptibility, or confirmation bias, especially given the ranch's reputation. Environmental causes. The Uinta Basin has geological quirks like natural gas deposits or electromagnetic fields that could explain equipment malfunctions or visual phenomena. Hoaxes or exaggeration. Critics note that many claims rely on anecdotal account, accounts and needs secretive approach, limited peer-reviewed scrutiny, cultural mispronunciation. Some argue that the Skinwalker label exploits Navajo culture with phenomena possibly misattributed to local folklore by non-native observers. Now we're going to get into current status. As of March 2024, the ranch remains privately owned by Brandon Fugel and is closed to the public. Research continues under a scientific framework with ongoing experiments to detect anomalies. Fugel has stated he initially approached the ranch skeptically, but became convinced of the phenomena after personal experiences, including UFO sightings. The property is heavily secured with surveillance and restricted access to prevent trespassing. Now the last thing, controversies. Cultural sensitivity. The use of Skinwalker has drawn criticism from Navajo communities who view it as a sacred and taboo subject not to be discussed lightly. Scientific credibility. Mainstream science largely dismisses the range's claims due to the lack of reproducible evidence, though some researchers argue it warrants open-minded study. Commercialism. The range's medium presence, particularly the History Channel series, has led to accusations of exploiting the mystery for profit.
Excuse me. I
So
do
there you
have a
have it.
question though.
Yes.
Is there any other type of Skinwalker ranches besides the one in Utah?
No.
Well,
Not that we've heard of.
it depends on, are you classifying it as any other ranches in the world where something like this happens? Probably.
Yeah, probably. But the only Skinwalker ranch that is around is the one and only, hold on. Where was it at? Also known as Sherman Ranch.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Skinwalker Ranch or Sherman Ranch is the most known and talked about ranch. Now, a lot of the claims that's been said, we can't prove we can and can't prove a lot because it's a lot. There's a lot going on over there. Not and like Rob said, instead of saying Alien Ranch, they said Skinwalker Ranch, and that made a lot of Native American Navajo tribe specifically mad.
Oh yeah, of course.
But yeah, so I can't tell you whether or not if it's true or just straight up BS. Who knows? At this point, it's all up in the air. So before we get to the
Just
videos,
like all those UFO sightings.
yeah, before we get to the videos, Rob, I want your thoughts on it.
My thoughts on Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
I think the land is probably cursed by the Navajo. And then on top of that, I think if these alien entities have been being seen constantly and have been being seen ever since the ranch has been like a thing, then there's some significance there, regardless of if the other stories are fake or not. I think Skinwalker Ranch is a little bit fraudulent, but I think there's some truths too behind what's going on there.
My understanding, it's a story, but I don't know if it's true, but one of the people who was on a research team up and disappeared.
I don't know anything about that.
I sent a
don't
video
either.
about it.
Okay.
But anyways, Julie, your thoughts before we get to the video.
Well, I think it's a Native American land, so I think anything's possible. And then I'm not sure about the UFO sightings right there, or if it's just land is cursed because the Navajo put a curse on it to have skinwalkers there to keep people out.
Well, I don't think Skinwalker Ranch has anything to do with actual skinwalkers.
Yeah.
No,
Because it's specifically not talking about skinwalkers in general. It's talking about other anomalies.
like the
UFOs
UFOs.
and all that other stuff. Never once were they talking about skinwalkers. Now,
Okay.
yeah, but like I explained, the fact why they call it Skinwalker Ranch, Rob did too. So, but anyways, let's get on with the videos.
Ridge encounter. The Gorman Ridge is part of the ridge where you find Skinwalker Ranch.
Ooh. Oh, interesting.
This hunter named Travis L. is a seasoned elk hunter. He set up camp, and in the middle of the night, he wakes up and he hears like an elk bellow, but it's 3 sharp bursts. And it freaks him out, and so unzips his tent, pokes his head out, nothing. So he just goes back to sleep. Well, the next morning when he gets up, as he's on the trail, he realizes that there are footprints slightly bigger than a bear's paw print, but they're human-ish. He's like, that's weird. I don't know what that is, but he continues to the stand. And so he's hunting. Sun gets pretty low. Then again, he hears the 3 sharp whistles. This time it's really close. Now he's like starting to freak out. He looks down out of his tree stand, and looking back up on it is this humanoid thing. It says no fur, leathery skin, and it starts chuffing. It's what cats do, like, and then it just vanished. So I took the description that he gave and I ran it through an AI image generator. I keep seeing that. My God. Oh, that's a chuff.
Dude, if you would have done a jump scare, you...
The black screen literally showed my face, and that was kind of the jump scare at the end.
That is so scary.
This is called the Gorman.
That's kind of freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like those guys. They're cool.
Around this time, I got a call on the radio from Eric Bard and Thomas Winterton. They said a surveillance camera on top of the Rocky Mesa was capturing the audio of someone or something screaming.
So, Steven, the camera that was picking up the voices is actually up on top of the mesa, facing the west hill.
Right now, they just said someone out here was screaming Eric's name, Eric, at a camera.
And he heard his name, Eric?
Yeah, I heard it 3 times, and it did sound like it was yelling. So if it wasn't you, then it was somebody else.
That's a negative on me. I was not yelling at all, and I didn't say his name.
Copy that.
That's weird. I've been out here. I haven't heard any yelling. Around this time, I got a call on the radio from Eric Bard and Thomas Winterton.
Crazy.
They said a surveillance...
Yep, I sent you that one the other day. I think Chris probably sent you that one tonight.
Yeah.
All right, drones are ready. Let's roll.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, look at that one. One's falling. It's going crazy. Look at it.
Yeah, they're all out of position.
Just as soon
That's pretty neat.
as it flew over the triangle, something interfered with their controls and inexplicably altered their formation. Something over the triangle clearly caused it.
All right, drones are ready. Let's roll.
Oh, wow.
Wait, the
Look
person
at
messed
that.
with the drone.
Look at that one. One's falling. It's going crazy. Look at it.
Yeah, they're all out of position.
Just as soon as the swarm of drones flew over the triangle, something interfered with their controls and inexplicably altered their formation. Something over the triangle clearly caused it.
All right, drones are ready.
Weird.
Yeah.
It is. And wasn't it kind of blue looking?
Kind of.
It was almost like a bluish white.
Hey guys, episode 11 of The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch Season 6, title hard to handle. Maybe one of the most groundbreaking and unsettling installments in the show's history. What begins as a straightforward materials analysis quickly evolves into a jaw-dropping revelation about a strange ceramic substance pulled from deep within the mesa. This episode is not just about finding something unusual. It's about encountering an artifact that appears to defy the very laws of material science as we know them. The History Channel's preview teased that the team would face a hard decision about their next steps, and after seeing what unfolds, it's easy to understand why. The latest lab results don't just suggest advanced technology. They hint at something alive, adaptive, and potentially intelligent. The episode opens with the drilling team and scientists examining the most recent spoils from deep drilling in the mesa. One of the drill teeth, made from materials designed to withstand extreme pressure and rock hardness, has been almost completely ground down. Not only that, but the borehole itself has been welded shut, as if something had melted the material inside to seal it off.
A lot of times people try to base their journeys off of what other people are doing, but that's not my story. This is walking in my own footsteps.
Purdue Global is an investment in your future. It's furthering your education and doing it in a way that's on your terms.
I wasn't just doing this to get a piece of paper or to walk across the stage. I wanted this to better myself.
For seasoned investigators like Dr. Travis Taylor and the rest of the crew, this is both baffling and alarming. In traditional geology or engineering, there's no good explanation for a tunnel sealing itself under those conditions, unless it was exposed to tremendous heat or to a self-repairing structure designed to close breaches. From the drilling spoils, The team recovers several pieces of what initially looks like ceramic or composite material. When examined under a microscope, the material's surface reveals an intricate, almost honeycomb-like pattern with tiny, clearly defined holes. But the real shock comes when an electron beam from the microscope appears to trigger a reaction in the sample. Before their eyes, the holes begin to close. The fractures smooth over. The material is literally healing itself. The process is fast enough to be seen in real time. No chemical coating, no visible residue. Just the surface knitting back together as if it remembers its original form. For modern science, such a phenomenon borders on science fiction. The closest analogs we have are experimental self-healing polymers or shape memory alloys. But those require specific triggers, such as heat or moisture, and don't function with this level of precision and speed. As the team debates what they've seen, one key question arises. Is this material purely technological, or could it be biological in nature? The possibility of a hybrid, something engineered, but capable of biological repair, sends a chill through the group. If this ceramic-like substance is part of a larger structure inside the mesa, its purpose could be far more complex than anyone imagined. It might be designed to seal off tunnels, protect whatever's inside from intrusion, or even actively prevent human exploration. In speculative aerospace engineering, self-repairing materials are seen as the next leap for spacecraft, allowing them to fix micrometeoroid damage in space. But here, deep beneath Utah, is a material that seems to have been doing exactly that, possibly for centuries or millennia. The timing of the borehole weld and the sample's healing behavior makes some on the team wonder if the mesa itself is responding to their actions. Could it be that the so-called bubble anomaly is more than just a passive energy field? It's part of a system designed to defend or conceal something. If so, then the ceramic material could be a literal outer shell, a protective skin around whatever lies at the heart of the mesa. The fact that the borehole sealed itself after drilling makes this theory more plausible and more unsettling. This ties into earlier seasons where instruments malfunctioned, GPS devices went haywire, and drilling equipment failed mysteriously when approaching certain depths. If the mesa is acting in a reactive, intelligent manner, then the stakes of the investigation just escalated dramatically. Longtime viewers will remember that previous seasons uncovered metallic fragments within the mesa that matched aerospace-grade materials, similar to those used by NASA and SpaceX for reentry shielding. The addition of this self-healing ceramic strengthens the hypothesis that an ancient or non-human craft could be buried there. Furthermore, in season SAXS earlier episodes, the team has repeatedly encountered invisible walls in the air, energy spikes, strange radar returns, and even green gelatinous material suggestive of past high-energy events or fires deep underground. The self-healing ceramic could be part of a larger, layered system combining multiple exotic materials to create a structure unlike anything on Earth. By the end of the episode, the team is faced with a dilemma: push forward aggressively with more drilling and risk destroying or triggering whatever lies beneath, or slow down to gather more data and develop new techniques to interact with this mysterious technology safely. The choice isn't just about protecting the material, it's about safety. If this is an intelligent defense mechanism, drilling further could provoke a reaction. In past seasons, we've seen unexplained injuries, radiation burns, and equipment destruction. With evidence of self-repairing
So
tech,
they think
it's
an
entirely
alien
possible that the
spaceship is
mesa could
buried
respond
there?
in ways far more dangerous than before.
Apparently so.
Is grounded in lab
Could
tests
be.
and footage. The undercurrent is one of deep mystery. Viewers are left wondering whether this material could be linked to ancient visitors, interdimensional constructs, or even a living machine. Some speculative theories point to the concept of space gates or dimensional bridges, where advanced civilizations might build self-repairing gateways protected by adaptive barriers. Others suggest that the mesa could be a centuries-old crash site where the craft has been slowly repairing itself, explaining the scattered fragments found in past digs. If either scenario is true, then Hard to Handle isn't just another chapter in the Skinwalker Ranch saga. It could be the beginning of confirming one of the most extraordinary finds in human history. Episode 11 delivers something rare in paranormal investigation television, a piece of physical evidence that doesn't just hint at something strange, but demonstrates behavior that current science can't fully explain. The sight of a fractured surface healing before the team's eyes is the kind of moment that could redefine the entire mission at Skinwalker Ranch. The self-healing ceramic raises more questions than answers.
Mom, what's that? Nothing. Just get in the car. Let's go. Come on.
Who made it? How old is it? Is it protecting something or someone inside the mesa? And most disturbingly, is it aware of the team's presence? With only a few episodes left in season 6, the pressure is on. The team must decide whether to confront the mesa head-on or step back before they unleash something they can't control. One thing is certain: Hard to Handle has changed the trajectory of the investigation, and whatever comes next could finally bring the ranch's deepest secrets into the light or bury them forever. If the mesa is housing self-healing materials, it may not simply be a static geological formation. It could be a biomechanical fortress. In some fringe physics theories, materials with self-repairing capability are often linked to systems capable of energy manipulation, including cloaking fields and structural regeneration. This might explain why aerial radar scans and laser mapping in previous episodes revealed bubbles of distortion around the mesa, as if the structure itself is hiding in plain sight behind an energy curtain. The healing ceramic could be a vital component in a space gate mechanism, an engineered device capable of opening corridors between dimensions or across vast distances in space. If such a gate exists within the mesa, the material's primary purpose could be to maintain the stability of its outer walls while withstanding the tremendous forces generated by dimensional travel.
There's your portal, bro.
Indigenous Ute traditions have warned of doorways in the mesa leading to other worlds, adding cultural depth to the technological mystery. Multiple episodes have shown how certain areas of the ranch produce anomalies that deflect radar beams, disrupt GPS, and cause drones to crash into unseen walls. These might not just be random electromagnetic disturbances. They could be intentional invisible force fields designed to keep intruders away. If the self-healing ceramic is part of this larger system, then these force fields could be its first layer of active defense, operating in sync with the material's regenerative capabilities. Legends of Skinwalker Ranch often mention wolf-like beasts, shadowy humanoids, and flying creatures appearing near high-activity zones. While often dismissed as folklore, some researchers speculate that these entities could be biological security systems linked to the mesa's hidden structure. In such a scenario, the self-healing material might be a skin for the physical gateway, while these creatures act as roaming patrols, ensuring that the ranch remains unbreached for centuries. The presence of a low-flying plane in this episode and the suggestion of someone recording the team's activities hints at human involvement in protecting or exploiting the mesa secrets. If the U.S. government, private contractors, or foreign intelligence agencies have long known about the site's contents, then the team's drilling may be walking into a centuries-old cover-up. The self-healing ceramic in this context may not be entirely alien. It could be the product of a hidden Earth-based program reverse engineering non-human technology. If the mesa's core is indeed a dimensional device, the material's healing function might also stabilize time distortions. Several witnesses over the years have reported missing time or seeing events unfold out of sequence while on the ranch. This suggests that the technology might operate not only in space, but in time, repairing not just physical damage, but preventing temporal collapse, like patching holes in the fabric of reality. With each new discovery, it becomes harder to see the mesa as just a location. Instead, it feels like a living, adaptive gateway, guarded by invisible forces, populated by mysterious creatures, and monitored by both human and possibly non-human intelligence. If the team pushes further, they may find themselves not just uncovering history, but stepping into a different era or realm entirely. Hard to Handle might be the last warning before the mesa decides that the line has been crossed.
Wow. There's your portal that you were talking about.
Yeah, I did mention that I thought it was possibly a portal, and so did they.
Yeah. And thinking of they said the what do
The
you call
Mesa.
that place? The
Mesa.
Mesa. I happened to watch a video today that Unsolved Mysteries. I seen one on TikTok today, and they were talking. They mentioned that, and they mentioned a cop like back in the 1970s that seen a UFO and two aliens in white, and then after they flew off in their craft, but there was still evidence left behind, showing that they were there. And then they ended up mentioning that guy that created the Project Bluebeam. I forgot the guy's name now. But that was really interesting today that they're always talking about UFOs and ghosts and stuff too, besides missing people.
For sure.
But thinking of aliens, that
This is the
just
guy that
brought
went
it up.
missing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before diving into today's tale, a gentle reminder, subscribe to the channel and smash that like button to keep the stories coming. And have you ever wondered what happens when a key player goes missing in the middle of an intriguing mystery? And that's exactly the buzz swirling around the 6th season of The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. In the absence of Brian Arnold, affectionately known as Dragon, has left fans scratching their heads, eager to uncover the reasons behind this unexpected turn. For over 4 years, Dragon has been a cornerstone of the series, reassuring viewers with his fierce dedication as the ranch's head security guard. His sudden disappearance in season 6 has sparked a whirlwind of speculation. Is it supernatural forces at play or something more grounded? News about Dragon's absence first emerged on a Facebook group dedicated to the show. A post hinted that personal issues were behind his inability to film this season. Fans were concerned, but the authenticity of the message was murky, as it wasn't directly from Dragon himself. In the message, he expressed his love and duty toward his family, particularly concerning his son's health. He reassured his loyal fans that he remains deeply committed to the investigative efforts at the ranch despite his physical absence. And Dragon's heartfelt words highlighted the tough choice he faced, placing family above all else. Brandon Fugel, the ranch owner and producer of the show, addressed concerned fans directly on social media. His responses brought clarity, revealing that Dragon's absence is linked to the son's health issues. And rest assured, though, Dragon is not just a distant memory. He continues to perform his security duties while prioritizing his family during this challenging time. As we follow the story unfolding at Skinwalker Ranch, it's a reminder that sometimes heroes are not just those seen on screen. They are also the ones prioritizing their loved ones behind the scenes. And speaking of absence, why did the ghost go to the party?
Okay, so
I was just chuckling at the end there.
I don't know much about that dude or that TV show,
Me
but
neither.
I hope everything is better for him.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Is that real?
I don't know. What is it?
An orb.
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell at first.
I don't know. I don't know if that's real. It looks good. It looks credible. I mean, that's just crazy. I've never seen an orb do that before.
Oh, yeah.
I have.
Skinwalker Ranch. We had a camera set up overnight during our Skinwalker Ranch expedition. We caught something. Watch closely. No sighting at Skinwalker Ranch.
I mean, maybe. Maybe.
Ranch is a hotbed of potential paranormal activity. At one point, this non-governmental organization went out there and did this whole in-depth study, and they came back with quite a few anomalies. There's like paranormal activity, hotspots all over. The livestock are found with surgical incisions and organs missing. And of all the places in the world, this is one of the places where consistently people are saying weird stuff happens there. The most terrifying was one of the people who lived on Skinwalker Ranch described how Skinwalker Ranch is a massive property, but they had this little farmhouse that was kind of situated in the middle of the acreage. And so there's no neighbors anywhere. It's just this isolated home right in the middle of nowhere. And he began hearing tapping sounds on the outside of his house at night, like just tapping on his house. There's no neighbors, there's nothing nearby. And because of all the weird activity on the property, he was too scared to investigate for the longest time. But then one time he decided to go investigate when he heard this tapping, and he looked outside, and there's this dark, tall figure right outside the window, tapping on the glass over and over, staring directly through the glass, tapping at him. Goes outside, there's nothing there. Comes back inside, another window, another figure tapping on the glass. Sketchy stuff.
That's creepy.
Yeah. I like listening to the guy. He's a former Navy SEAL person. And so he shares all sorts of stories about his life and just about different things like that, for instance, and stuff. It's pretty interesting. He's wrote a book now, just last year, that got published.
Right.
Yeah, I started listening to him since last year.
So you sent me a lot of the videos that Crew sent me.
Yeah, probably so.
So I'm just making sure real quick that I'm not going to show the same videos.
Okay.
And I got some, because Crew's videos, he only has one left. So I'm trying to make this last a little bit longer than that.
Okay. Because I had sent you quite a few the other night.
And no, I got them all right here. I'm just trying to make sure
Okay.
the same exact ones that Crew sent me. Because two of them were the exact same video he sent me.
And I tried to send you a couple of different ones than the ones that I had sent you already.
The natives in the area believe that the whole Skinwalker situation is because of a curse that the Navajos put on the Utes
Boom.
over the Utes joining campaign against the Navajo. So they cursed the land, and
Told you.
from my understanding of all the interviews that I watched and all of the firsthand accounts that I watched and read about, that even the Utes to this day tell their children you don't look that way because something will come home with you, and it's not nice. So they still believe absolutely that that is a big no spot. You don't go there. You don't even look in that direction.
Did you know that they are pretty much known as witches, the Skinwalkers?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I caught of it as. They're witches that went towards
the
dark magic.
I don't know about all that.
I do. I think she's exactly right.
She is.
I mean, it's possible.
What is Skinwalker Ranch? It started way back with a curse in 1860 when a treaty between the Navajo and the Ute tribes in Utah ended. The Navajo supposedly cursed the land and, according to legend, released skinwalkers there.
Among the Navajo, skinwalkers are like werewolves, evil witches who can transform themselves into the creatures of their choosing, mostly into a large wolf-like beast. But the locals won't talk about it directly, fearing the curse.
So they're equivocating Skinwalker Ranch to actually being Skinwalkers, but I think that's incorrect.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is incorrect.
Opinion.
And really, it was to study Skinwalker Ranch. Oddly enough, that 22 million all was inspired by the phenomenon they were seeing at Skinwalker Ranch, because the scientists, they're seeing vehicles come through like a space in the sky.
Yeah, we went there.
If you look, I spent a lot of time in the area. I'm not talking about those stories. I'm saying there were scientists hired by the government, right, through Bigelow to study the ranch because they thought it was important. This document is just one of those things that has now come forward that through the Bigelow studies, it was government funded, and then it was personally funded and then government funded. And really,
Skinwalker Ranch. Robert Bigelow, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Pondered the secrets hidden within the shadows of Skinwalker Ranch? Nestled in Utah, this notorious site is renowned for its paranormal activity and enigma. For decades, Skinwalker Ranch has been a focal point for unexplained phenomena. From UFO sightings to enigmatic creatures, the ranch has captivated countless imaginations. Researchers have meticulously documented peculiar occurrences, including poltergeist activity and strange animal mutilations. What lies at the heart of these eerie hauntings? Thank you for joining us on this spine-chilling exploration of Skinwalker Ranch. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, the mysteries endure. Until next time, stay curious and courageous. Have you ever pondered
I think you've got yourself a piece of legitimate footage here, and I think you've got your hands on some pretty sensitive material.
This is a video called a Comburgus video, which is a close-up of a craft so close that you can see the occupants.
I'm surprised I even found this video.
I don't know who you got it from, and frankly, I don't want to know who you got it from. Oh my gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. I think you've got yourself a piece of legit.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And that's an old video too.
Sure is.
But that was supposedly at Skinwalker Ranch.
Of course it was.
Allegedly.
By this time, that rancher and his family had lived on the ranch for 20 months, and they were so scared that he, his wife, and his 2 kids were all sleeping at night on the floor in the same room because it had messed with them so badly. Their property had had ghost type activity, poltergeist kind of things, trickster activity. For example, the wife goes shopping to the grocery store. She buys all this food, comes back, puts it on the table, takes it out, puts it in the shelves, leaves the room, comes back in, all the food's back in the bag. She would take a shower in the morning, locks the door, puts a towel and a hairbrush on the cabinet, gets out of the shower, door still locked, hairbrush and towel are gone. Dad's out in the field. He is digging a post hole, using a post hole digger. He stops for a second, wipes his brow, looks back, and it's gone. And they find it 2 weeks later up in a tree. They start hearing voices at night in the air, speaking a strange language. They start seeing shapes outside the window at night, big, lurking humanoid shapes, hearing heavy footsteps outside, then hearing heavy footsteps inside. By this time, that rancher and his family had lived on the ranch for 20 months.
Oh, creepy.
Yeah, it is. I mean, could you imagine? And then I've heard that the Indians that live near it still don't like to talk about it much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
No, not at all.
I sure wouldn't want to be.
No. Nope, no thank you. I don't want any part of that.
No, not at all.
There's not too much left on Skinwalker Ranch that we can cover that's not copyrighted.
Right.
Like, I'm looking through all of this, and most of it is copyright. Like, whole episodes that Julie sent me, and then History Channel stuff. Like,
see, what I sent you, that was the History Channel wise. A dude talked over the episode, and it was just clips.
It's still like one of those things where it's like they might allow it to slide, they might not.
Right.
Yeah.
Which was that Secrets of the Skinwalker Ranch show, but it was just a guy talking over it, explaining the episode. That was it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So I doubt we'll get a copyright for that one.
Shrouded in mystery and folklore, this 512-acre property has been the site of numerous paranormal events, including sightings of strange creatures, UFOs, and inexplicable phenomena. The ranch is steeped in Native American legend, particularly the tale of the Skinwalker, a shape-shifting witch with the ability to transform into animals. This legend warns of evil beings that can bring chaos and fear. Over the decades, visitors and researchers have reported bizarre occurrences: livestock mutilations, eerie lights in the sky, and even time loss. This blend of folklore and modern mystery invites curiosity. What really happens on Skinwalker Ranch? Skinwalker Ranch.
I don't know, man. What really does happen on Skinwalker Ranch?
Right. All we can do is speculate.
Have you all heard the story about the guy that fought aliens in New Mexico
Yeah.
at Dulce Base?
Right.
Julie, have you ever heard of that?
I can't remember for sure, but I'm sure they have mentioned it.
I want your guys' thoughts on the fact that they saw supposedly found a mothership in the Gulf of America.
Did they really?
Yeah, supposedly.
I didn't hear that. I mean,
Look it up real quick.
I will.
I hadn't heard.
Specifically on YouTube.
We'll look it up in just a second. I want to show you this real quick.
Okay.
Area 51. Underground bunkers in Florida. The White House. UFOs. Experimental aircraft. War prototypes. Dulce Base. One here is similar to the others, but different enough to spark a wide range of conspiracy theories. Ones that start from surface level alien stories to full interplanetary warfare underneath our very feet. It may seem far-fetched, but I assure you, it is common to believe some of the issues associated with this. Welcome back to Insomnia Fuel. This is Dulce Base.
But Dulce, supposedly a literal alien war happened underground between the United States military and the gray aliens.
You know
Right
what?
underneath everybody's feet.
Wow.
We should cover that for next season.
Dulce?
Yeah.
I would love to cover Dulce Base.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Dulce Base is like the second Area 51 and nobody knows about it. Nobody talks about Dulce. It's because they all think that the guy that blew Dulce Base out of the water, they all think he's a fraud. But he's not the only person to ever talk about weird things that happened at Dulce. So I don't think he's a fraud. I think he's telling the truth and he's just been discredited. I don't think he's even alive anymore. I think dude actually died from a heart attack. I could be completely wrong.
I don't know. But that is interesting, and I do want to learn more about this. So when we do cover it next season, this is gonna be one of your big projects, bro, because you know more about it than I do. I've heard about Dulce Base, but it's one of those intriguing topics I do want to learn more about.
It's America's second Area 51. That's literally what it is. And like nobody knows about it. Not a single freaking person knows about it.
You want to know something funny? So, in the Looney Tunes Back in Action movie.
I mean, I've heard of it, I haven't seen it.
Okay, they have a literal Area 52
Yeah.
I've heard of that.
in the movie, and Marvin the Martian is in that is in that base. It's hilarious.
Well, I mean, the alien autopsy videos. You guys seen those? The ones that, like, way before AI, the ones that came out that people, like, didn't know if they were CGI or if they were real?
Yeah.
Oh, God, there's some creepy ones. Some alien autopsy videos.
That'd be interesting to kind of look at.
But yeah, anyways, what I was talking about, the mothership found in Gulf of America. Yeah. They called it the Gulf of Mexico in the video, but it's actually Gulf of America now. Stuff.
Yeah. They wonder how long it's been found. If they're calling it Mexico.
No, it was recent. Like they recently just saw it.
Hmm.
Supposedly, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's really cool. I saw it on
Okay.
TikTok and I was like, "Oh wow,
Interesting.
yeah."
I'm not seeing anything. I have one from like 6 months ago.
Hmm.
Alien mothership over Gulf of America. This is 6 months ago.
Well,
Mothership over Gulf of Mexico.
okay, let's see it. Maybe it's this one, and they're just not talking about it. Yeah, that's it.
I have to mute the audio. I'm sorry, guys. There's
That's
copyrighted
good. That's
material
all
in the
good, bro.
audio.
It's all good.
It's good.
I mean, that appeared to definitely be real.
It does. I mean, I believe
Look
there
at
are.
no, and look at all the people filming. Like that's real. And look at
Yeah,
that dude
that's
filming.
real.
It's real. He's filming it. It's legitimate. But I can't tell you that's a mothership, and I don't know where that is literally being filmed. Those are two different objects than this over here with this. That's not the same object.
Right.
So
I mean, that's cool. That is
dude,
really cool.
awesome, and being able to see it on this dude's phone over here makes it so much more real.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
look, I know AI can do that or could probably do that, but I don't think that was AI. That looked real.
Yeah.
And the way it lit up the sky, that was pretty crazy.
Oh yeah.
And that looked like it was nighttime also.
Oh yeah.
It did.
So, but anyways, what do you want to cover tomorrow, bro? Give the viewers a little spoiler.
What are we covering tomorrow? What should we cover tomorrow?
Okay, do you want me to go over the list?
Yeah, what do we got left?
All right, so we got content creators. We got Skynet Part 3. We got Terra Infinita Part 8. Paranormal series. We got the Chicago Architecture. We got the Kansas City Architecture Part 2, which you and I need to go out in Kansas City for. We got DC series, Justice League. Bollywood versus Hollywood. Native American culture. The life of J.R.R. Tolkien. Julie's life story. We got Medieval Times, Marvel series Part 2, which would be Midnight Suns. Endgame. The Fae Part 2. Trending topics. We just covered this one, Skinwalker Ranch, so I'm gonna go ahead and erase that one out of the equation. We got Real or Debunked Paranormal Investigations, Nickelodeon series Part 1, Rugrats, The Walking Dead Part 2, and Kensington Park.
Oh yeah, I forgot we're doing Kensington,
Yeah.
Philadelphia. Maybe we should name the first couple ones at the very beginning again.
Okay, so we got content creators, Skynet Part 3, Terra Infinita Part 8, Paranormal series, and then Chicago Architecture.
Yeah, I think we might have to do some Chicago architecture.
Okay.
Some Chicago architecture.
Yeah, I see where you're going with on this, brother.
I want to look into the Tartarian aspect of Chicago.
Yeah.
Because we all know it's there.
Mm-hmm.
And I also
Oh yeah. And then
your goal, you and Julie both need to look up the Chicago World's Fair.
that's it. That was on the tip of my tongue.
I want
I know where
That
you're
was
going with
on
that,
the
bro.
tip of my tongue to say.
I want videos, I want pictures, I want everything you can find on the Chicago World's Fair.
All right, I got you, and I know where to look too.
Beautiful Chicago architecture comes from.
I got you.
And remember that mansion that guy owned that was
H.H. Holmes.
bringing in? Yes.
The murder
I
mansion.
don't know if that place is still.
It is actually, but they remodeled it.
Well, they tore it down and they rebuilt.
They tore it down and then they rebuilt it into
They
something
rebuilt
different.
something on it. It's not the same thing. It's not.
Yeah. Well, I need to try to look up old pictures of it because that place looked pretty cool.
I doubt they'll have the old pictures, like they'll have pictures of it. Maybe. I mean, you could try, but I've tried myself. I couldn't find anything.
They have drawings of what the murder mansion looked like.
Yeah, like that's the best you'll get, honestly. Like, because H.H. Holmes was a very private man. When it came,
man, it's sad how many people died under his hand.
Especially when you realize that H.H. Holmes may have been Jack the Ripper.
Yeah. Man, that's a whole new can of worms. So, a rabbit hole to go down.
The timelines match. Holmes could have left London and arrived in Chicago just in time for the World's Fair and continued killing.
Yeah.
And then got
Very
caught.
true.
Got caught here and got sentenced to death while they're still looking for the Ripper in London, which would explain why they never found the Ripper.
Yep, I've heard about that.
But no, they supposedly think they figured out who Jack the Ripper was via DNA now, and it's not H.H. Holmes, sadly. That conspiracy theory, though, is like one of my favorite serial killer conspiracies of all time.
Mine too.
H.H. Holmes may be Jack the Ripper, or counterclockwise, Jack the Ripper may be H.H. Holmes.
Yeah.
It's so.
It was one of the greatest conspiracy theories of all time. With this serial killer aspect, because you never could tell. But you're right, with the DNA aspect now, it's not him.
Yeah, they figured out it wasn't H.H. Holmes. H.H. Holmes and Jack the Ripper are two different people.
Oh yeah.
But the timelines coincidentally match up perfectly for H.H. Holmes and Jack the Ripper.
Oh yeah.
And the Ripper got away with everything he did.
I mean, they could have known each other. And H.H. Holmes could have, decided to continue his work, Jack the Ripper's work in Chicago.
That's saying if H.H. Holmes actually came from London, which we don't know if he did or not.
Right. Yeah, you're right about that too.
Yeah, we would have to know if H.H. Holmes started in London, which I don't think we know. I think all we know is H.H. Holmes showed his nasty little face in Chicago during the World's Fair and played fake doctor while owning a fake hotel while he tortured people inside of this building right outside of where the World's Fair was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How insane.
Right.
We're gonna get back onto the serial killer series. We took a break from it.
We did a part one, and we talked about a few.
Well, it also got kind of dark and a little uncomfortable to talk about.
Especially with that one about eating children.
Yeah, with Albert Fish.
Which you had the actual letter the whole time, and you made me read it.
It's right there on the wall.
Yeah, you made me look it up when you actually had it, when you could have read it yourself.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had to have you read it. I had to have you
Yeah,
know.
when I read it, I literally had to stop myself a couple times because I got uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's disturbing.
Oh,
Albert
I
Fish
bet
wrote
so.
Albert Fish wrote a letter to one of his victims' mothers explaining how he did not grape the victim or do anything wrong in a sexual manner, but he did, however, cook the victim and consume the victim's body.
I remember that.
Yes, and he goes into extreme detail about how her daughter tasted, and it's disturbing.
Oh, very.
And yeah, fucking Albert Fish is a creep.
Yep.
We do have to talk about something real quick, crew. I think you know what we're going to end up talking about.
The Robert and Crew Show merch, of course.
The Robert and Crew Show merch, which we released a line of our merch most recently. It's the last release we've had in a while. There probably won't be another release of merch until next season. But there are fresh new designs on the merch shop. I will let all of y'all see that in just one moment. Bear with me. Explain to the people what they're seeing.
Okay, so we got some new logos, as you can see. And you can get it in different sizes, different t-shirts, hoodies, you name it, we got it. We got on
This
the top.
The first one is the official Don't Forget to Look Up t-shirt.
Yeah.
The second one is the Robert and Crew Show Saturn Worship t-shirt, which if you know, you know. Saturn Worship's a huge thing in Hollywood. And then the Robert and Crew Space logo too, which is just the Robert and Crew Show with a alien spaceship flying by Earth. And then we have the Robert and Crew Show Space Logo 1, which is basically Jupiter and our logo. And then crew, we have what?
We have the Crew and Nada for our Terminator series, the Skynet.
And then we got
the reptilian politician.
Yeah. And then we have your line.
We have the Nibru Alien Crew series shirts.
Which we have two of, which is this one right here and this one right here.
And then we got two Bigfoot ones. We got Bigfoot and UFO.
Yeah, we have Bigfoot from Outer Space is the name of the shirt. And then
Bigfoot
we have
playing cards with Yeti.
Yeah, Bigfoot and Yeti playing games.
Yep. Then we got our Egyptian Robert Crucial line with the pharaoh in the back.
And we have the art throughout the ages.
We got two of them. We got different artists, and then we got our Eiffel Tower one.
Yeah, and then we have our logos.
And then we have season 7 right there, which is our cryptid series for season 7.
Right here, this beautiful logo.
Our season 6 logo right there.
Right here.
Yep.
And then we have the season 3, which I have figured out it was officially season 3, was our alien at the bar.
Yep.
So that's just the merch right now on the Robert and Crew Show page. And like Crew said, you can get the available merch in just about any styles. You can get it into a t-shirt, you can get it into a hoodie, get a baseball hat, you can get baby onesies, you can get coffee cups, bags, totes, you name it, you can probably get it in the merch shop. So if
And
you want to
the
support
t-shirt.
Oh, dude, look at this water bottle. This water bottle's sick. Look at this
Yeah.
water bottle.
Oh yeah.
Would you
Now,
rock that water bottle, crew? I'd rock that water bottle.
oh yeah, I would definitely. Now,
Mm.
just for everybody information, the t-shirts only are 25% off. Now, you don't have to get the merch if you don't want to. It's optional. But we also have what, Robert?
We also have our Venmo that is for direct donation if you wish to do that. And I will post it up here in just a moment. Here it is. That is the personal Venmo account for the Robert and Crew Show. You can send any donations there that you want to help support the show. If you don't want to buy merch, if you don't want to do this, that's perfectly fine. You can share our show with your friends, family, anybody you think that would be interested in it. Share it with your boss at work. Share it with
Like or subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe, and pass us along. Thank you very much for watching the Robert and Crew Show tonight. Much love and peace out from the Robert and Crew Show.
Peace.
Can you believe Season 7 just keeps getting wilder? Thanks for tuning in, podcast pals. From ghost stories to headline news and epic Euro travel, we've covered it all, plus a side of laughs. Don't miss out. Hit subscribe and join us next time for more news, thrills, and adventures. See you soon.